College, college, college. That is the word that teens and students constantly hear all over the nation, if not the world. With so much pressure from teachers, instructors, mentors, and parents, students paint the picture as college is the only way to become successful. But what if a student doesn't want to go to college, or isn't sure, such as myself? What happens to them? Which brings us to the question, is college for everyone? While many students feel they are ready for college, there are many people that don't feel that they are ready for the academic component, or believe that it's only for the elite and that they are not college material.
I think that quite possibly a lot of students believe that college is an elitist experience, that it's only for either the really wealthy or the really smart. And the reality of it is college is part of a lifelong learning process which has value to everybody, and a perfect world is accessible to everybody.
While it's okay for students to make a decision not to go to college, it's not okay for someone to force them to think so.
I don't want kids to feel, especially what annoys me is that a lot of kids who are saying they're not college material are kids from the inner city, and they're kids who are minorities, and they're kids from poor backgrounds, or they're kids from all sorts of stuff, where somebody told them they weren't college material. It's not that they didn't come up with the ideas. Somebody told them, and that's what I have a problem with.
With college being a major part in the American dream, people start to believe that it's the only way to reach success, which raises another question. Why do people believe that college is the only way to become successful?
Because it's the American dream. It's a part of the American dream.
If I ain't go to college, I'd probably work at McDonald's or something. Say no, if I ain't go to college, I don't know.
There are very few factory jobs that you can get where things are being manufactured here. You used to be able to graduate from high school, I guess, and go straight into work and then just work there for 30 years, 40 years, retire, and raise your family off of what you made and blah, blah, blah. You were done. You didn't have to do anything else. But now it doesn't really work that way.
Through the decades, the number of jobs that require at least a bachelor's degree has increased. In 1973, they made up 28% of the workforce and has jumped to 59% in 2008 and is reported to rise to 63% over the next decade, according to a report released by the Center on Education and the Workforce at Georgetown University.
Well, there are going to be exceptions on the high end and the low end. The reality of the situation is those with college experience over the long run, over the course of their lives, do tend to have higher earning potential than those without a college education.
It's not always the truth, and it's not a one-track thing, and your mind is programmed that way to believe the only way for success is to only go to college. I am living proof that's not true.
People tend to believe that if somebody attends college, financial stability and independency just falls into their laps. But is that true?
You know, I don't necessarily believe that. I know many people that went to college who are struggling to find jobs right now and kind of wasted their 4 years of college partying and not pursuing kind of their interest or career.
After high school, I started just working odd jobs, working at Best Buy and retail stores and stuff like that. Start working with the Philadelphia, with the Marriott, actually starting from Florida, and transferring myself to here in Philadelphia. And once I am here, just allowing myself to be available for different training that's are available.
Everybody needs some type of training. College is just one of them. You know, you got to prepare yourself for this world. Things are getting more technical. Even if you don't go to college, you still got to study.
You can learn a lot of things via other sources, right? There's the internet, there's the library, there's internships. There's a lot of places where you can get this information. However, the people that decide these things, the people that are hiring you, don't always see it in that same light.
Even though there are upsides about attending college, there are some downsides, such as not being able to work a full-time job and having accumulating debt.
Well, you can't be earning money. You can earn a little bit of money doing a part-time job, but you can't be working full-time during college. So that plus the money you're paying to go to college is really tough to get through.
I mean, it sucks. Like, if you grew up in a single-parent household, moms were working a minimum wage job, and you're trying to make something of yourself, it really sucks to work your tail off in high school, get to the point where you're going to graduate, and then these huge bills, like these, and all of a sudden you have to think, to go to college, I have to create this huge debt for myself that I'll be paying off until I'm 40 to get. It's not, it drives people away.
Well, I think if a person does more planning and educates themselves a little better on the front end to avoid accumulating as much debt, that's certainly going to be helpful. And by example, a community college, whether it's Community College of Philadelphia or any community college, can be a very cost-effective way of doing your first 2 years of a 4-year education.
I've been told, though, in my life, if you're gonna go into debt for anything, you should go into debt for college, because that is an investment that pays off.
Though it's good that parents and teachers encourage students to attend college, they shouldn't feel pressure or believe that if they don't receive a degree, that they are failures. One can become successful by being determined and learning new skills. Rather you attain success through college, a trade, or working up the ladder. Success is being happy at what you do and being able to provide for yourself and others. At this moment, I'm not sure if college is right for me. While I really enjoy learning, I don't necessarily like doing it while in the classroom environment. However, before a student chooses to or chooses not to go to college, I believe that they should come up with a plan for what they want to do at the high school, because that is a decision that may affect them for the rest of their life.